Good morning. It's another early morning video with Dan the Man with the Master Plan here. I have a friend who's having some issues, and I wanted to make a video for her this morning. The thing is there's some issues, and I'm not going to say what they are, but the main thing that I read here is that with all the stress going on in my life, okay, boom, that's the key right there. We all need to learn to find a way to relax. The whole place can be falling apart, and you can find that place inside of you where you know that everything is going to be okay. You have to keep coming back to having faith. Most of our illnesses aren't the food as much as it is the stress. Then we use the food. So what's the real problem? Is it the food? We can look at the surface and argue amongst each other about different percentages and food sources and whatnot, but it's not always about what type of food it is, but many times it's about why you're eating that kind of food. You know what I mean? If your adrenals are wiped out and you're kind of addicted to meat, then it seems like meat's really healthy, you have to have it. But once you get your adrenals straightened out and you start producing epinephrine yourself, you don't really need the meat anymore. You know what I mean? But if you're addicted to it and your adrenals have shut down because you've been consuming adrenalized meat for many, many years, and then all of a sudden you take meat out and you're tired because your body stopped producing its own neurotransmitters, epinephrine, adrenaline, then you're going to be addicted to the meat. But the point is that it's not always the food, but it's the underlying stuff. Everybody needs to deal with their underlying stuff, and I wouldn't say this if I wasn't doing it myself. That's the biggest thing that's happening to me on this bike ride, is I'm able to finally take enough time to myself. I'm with myself all day, every day. It's not someone else's BS, it's my own BS. And if I want to get well, and if I want to get regenerated, I have to get in there, be bone dry honest with myself. Like, this is my crap. This is my responsibility. If I'm stressed out about whatever it is, money is a big thing for people. Money stress will cause you to be, to get sick, to have issues like inflammation. Anger, fear, and guilt equals inflammation. An attack on yourself. Yourself is the infinite light of life. It has no worries, it has no fears, it has no judgment, it has no claims, it has no desires. It's total and complete within itself. This is the path to not only enlightenment but also to health. I asked my mentor, Robert Morse, is the path of healing a spiritual path? And he said, every time. It has to be, because the diseases are vibrations of energy that have been latched onto us, that we have, in one way or another, have stuck to us. Yourself, your true self, the holy light of life, the kingdom of heaven within you, the light of the self, Brahman, whatever you want to call it, God, it has a billion different names, and it's only one lightless light. And everything comes out of that, and it's perfect and whole and complete. And if you want to get well, you've got to find a way to tap into that. It's an inward journey, so it's an excavation of yourself. And the closer and closer you get to that infinite inner light, then the less likelihood of diseases you will have, and the more happier you will be. So in other words, the more you expand your consciousness, or the more you allow consciousness to expand by being honest and aware with yourself, then the less likelihood you will have of a disease, because the diseases are a signal from your most inner self saying, hello, look at me, what's going on here, are you paying attention? And it needs to send you this cancer so that you stop for 2 seconds and look at what you've been avoiding for whatever, 20, 30, 40 years. You're married to the wrong dude and it's killing you, you know what I mean? And out of guilt and obligation and a paper you signed with the government, you're hanging around, okay? That's a tough example because people get bent out of shape on that one, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, they go raw, they wake up and they're like, oh my God, this my husband is like angry and he's like a jerk and I don't love him. But I've been here for like 30 years because I was overweight and had low self-esteem, and now I'm waking up and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So the medical doctors on here, you know what I mean, are I would scare me too, because you know the medical doctors, they're very good at allowing you to exist within your conditions, but you never really get well because you never really do what I'm telling you that you need to do, which is face your stuff. Everybody's on this planet has karma, because if you didn't, what the hell are you doing here? So we're all working on our karma, and that's why I wonder, why do people attack anybody? You know? Why do people put anybody down or put any more pressure on anyone else anywhere for anything ever? Husbands do it to wives, kids do it to their parents, parents do it to their kids, teachers do it to their students. I mean, there's enough pressure when you get up in the morning. Like when I'm by myself and there's no one around putting their pressure on me to be or do something other than exactly what I'm dealing with, I still have enough pressure when I'm just by myself, by my own unconscious attacks on myself. That's what I'm in the middle of healing myself of, is anger and unconscious attacking of myself. If I attack others, I'm attacking a deeper part of myself that's unconscious. That's what all these dudes are on YouTube that are attacking me. They're attacking the part of me that they don't want to look at in themselves. Pure and simple, bar none. There's nothing else. Because if they didn't have it in them, they wouldn't be able to see it in me. So we need to chill. Everyone needs to relax and find a way to deal with your fears about money. If you have money problems, simplify your life. If you make 100 grand, your total outgo should be like 50 grand. You know what I mean? That's just an example. But I'm just saying, but no, what happens? What do we do in this society? You make 100 grand a year and you spend 110. So what's going to happen? You're going to have stress and you're going to get some kind of disease, because your unconscious mind is going to say, hello, you only make 100,000, you're spending 110,000, this is stressful. And you don't want to do that. That's why simplifying your life in every single way possible. This life is very complicated. Science has not made it easier for us. It has made it more difficult. Technology has not made it easier for us. It's made it more difficult. It has made it possible for me to make videos like this, to where you can get some inspiration and context on, oh, I never thought of that. How important it is to forgive everyone. How important it is to put no pressure on anyone and let them be. Everyone's dealing with enough crap as it is. I know you are too, especially my friend here, who hopefully by now has figured out who I'm talking about. Okay? Now, they said, you need to go to an oncologist. Okay, but you started with a therapist. Well, that's a great idea, because you can go do the medical route, take pills, get cut up, but I'm telling you right now, you'd be better off to go get some spiritual counseling or get some therapy and find out, talk it out and find out what's going on. And then in the middle of a session, you'll be like, you know, I really don't love my husband anymore. I can't stand him. I never could, you know? And you'll be like, wow, and you'll see it's right there. I just use that example because I have a friend of mine who's going through hell right now. She feels so bad because of everything, you know, but she's waking up. There's nothing you can do about waking up, man. And you're going to wake up and you're going to see things, man. You're going to be like, I'm out of here. I'm not walking on eggshells with these people. They can't handle the truth. I'm out of here. I need to speak the truth, and I need to be free, because I need to be able to breathe, and I need to be able to live a life that's free from disease, illness, sickness, and unconscious lack of flow, you know. So the self-attacks on other people, the stress, is an attack on yourself. Your infinite self with the capital S, which is the light of your own life flow essence, does not get sick. We are all working on tapping into that today if we're going to get well. So start the inward journey, get some therapy, learn to meditate, take long walks, spend time with yourself, find out who you really are. Ask yourself this question right here. And don't stop asking yourself until you get there. And it may take several lifetimes. Ask yourself, what am I? Start the inward journey today. Find out what you are and allow that light to come through you and eliminate all the diseases and all the obstructions to the flow of energy. Pay your karmic debts. You do not have any time to waste. Today is the day to be the love. Today is the day to forgive everyone, because if you don't forgive, you're hurting yourself. Okay? Remember, whatever judgments you have against others, those are actually judgments that you have against yourself. So forgive yourself, forgive others, live a life of love. Never forget that. It's the key to the whole thing. Get well. Eat the fruits and the vegetables and the herbs and get the energy that way so you don't clog yourself up. Open up your heart to the infinite and divine power of love. And then use your mind for one thing, to walk around this world and to forgive everyone and to keep on recontextualizing things until you are pure love. Contemplate. Ask yourself the question, what am I? Find out what you are. And when you do, you will be free, because you'll know that you always were, you always will be. Henceforth. Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, and I hope this video helped you. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be of service in this world. Thank you. Peace.